You see, I hit that like button on the way in. Say the Bronx, New York is in there. Bitch, say what poppin'. Pastor say let's get these 30 minutes of fire. How y'all doing? Detroit, the 313 is up in here for that 5-100 thumbs up. You say hey, Willie. Say hey, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep on coming on in here. Alexander City, Alabama's in the building. Say good day to you, Willie 100 all the way from Houston, Texas. Say Tampa, Orlando is in the building. Say hey, Willie Sugar. I hope you have a great Monday today. That's what's up. I sure enough hope I do too. And same to you. Same to you. That's what's up. The 33rd is up in here. You say it's that time. Say what's up, Willie to go. You say here for that 30 minutes of 5. Watch your 23-6 and your 9 to 919 is in the building again. Hashtag Raw for Life. Chi-Town is up in here. Say what's up, Willie. What it do? What it do? Say ready for that 5. Trying to tell you. Say hey, Willie the 801 Salt Lake City, Utah. Back in the mother for 30 minutes of 5 and watch 23-6 and your 9. Much love, Willie. Get the bag, bro. The 510 is in the building. Say the 727 Clearwater, Florida is in here for service. Pastor, bring that 5 thumbs up coming in. Family, I appreciate that right there. Say I already hit that like button. The Bronx is in the building. The 505 is up in here. Good morning, good morning. The 334, the Gump Monkey Town is in the building. Say Willie Bone. I appreciate that right there. I like that right. The 313 Shreveport is hiding under my desk from the shooters. Hey, Chocolate Thunder down under. That's what's up. The 614 is up in here. How y'all doing? How y'all living? I'm Willie Williams. Girls, go ahead on and subscribe. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to subscribe to a player. You know what I'm saying? Tell somebody about Pam out and Willie Williams. This is the Midday News. This is the Midday News Show. This is the Willie Williams Show. When you subscribe, make sure y'all hit that bell so y'all can get notifications out here in these streets. Listen, it's been a weekend, ain't it? It's been a weekend, and they have really been focusing just on one thing. They have been focusing on the player down at the bottom, the shooters, what they gonna call them. But I bet y'all didn't even know that there was 2 other mass shootings. That's what's up. We gonna go ahead on to get into some of that right there. I ain't even much gonna hold you long. Listen, remember. Please go around to the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Subscribe to the website. You can find some things around there that you possibly cannot find out here in these YouTube screens. If you'd like to see what we call the event video, please go around to the Patreon, The Willie Williams Show. The link's down there in the description. What I need from you, I need you looking. What the hell? I need you looking. I need you sharing. I need you telling somebody about a player. We try to get the thumbs up over 500 so we can do something to the algorithm. Remember, we do got a PayPal. We got $, The Willie Williams Show. Damn it, I said it wrong. $Willie Williams Show. That is the Cash App. If you just so happen to click on that super chat, please don't go over $5 because we don't know if we getting that right there. I'm trying to tell you something. If you cannot use your eyesight to watch a play around here, we got a thing called a podcast, and that is on Anchor and Spotify, The Willie Williams Show. Remember, follow me on IG and Twitter at The WW Show. How y'all doing? Say, hey, Willie and family, the 215 Philly ambassadors in the building, the 251 Mobile in the house. That's what's up. Appreciate y'all for joining. Say, good evening, Willie. This is Auntie Louisville is in the house. Say, let's do what we do. We finna. Shout out to Buffalo. A whole bunch of people is upset. People is talking hate. People talking hate crimes. People talking racism and prejudicism. Prejudiceism. Is that a word? You know what I'm saying? I really don't know, but we used it and we gonna keep it going. Look here, let's go ahead on and get into it real quick. Let me throw you off real quick. Because a lot of people is like really like in they feeling. So let me try. Now, I thought I already had this in here queued up, but don't judge me. I'm finna go ahead on and give it right to you real quick because I know y'all ready. It's Monday. You don't want to be at work, but you had to go. I get it. You know what I'm saying? So you're already aggravated and you don't need other things aggravate you out here in the community. Shout out to Kane for the $2. The $2 cash out. Say, hey, Pastor, returning with information. And Connecticut. I'm trying to taste something. Appreciate that right there. Y'all, I got to take y'all to East Point to where a woman has been killed by a man. So this ain't nothing new. Here we go.
An East Point woman is dead. Her family tells Fox 5 she was shot and killed by a man who had just moved in with her.
Shot by a player who had done just bought his bags in and stuff to lay up. Here we go.
Police tell us that man is now behind bars. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor has more of this tragic story from Washington Road.
Tell us the story, baby.
An Atlanta mother is distraught. She says her 21-year-old daughter was shot and killed by a man she was only trying to help.
I feel empty, I feel numb, I feel confused.
Shalika Reed is having a hard time holding it together after the unexpected shooting death of her daughter, Denisha Smith. East Point police tell us the 21-year-old was shot and killed by Shelton Handspike after the two got into an argument at her Lexington apartment on Washington Road Tuesday.
If I'm struggling for my rent, ain't no use in you being here if you're not gonna help me. So she
got a good point there. Stop letting people lay all up under you if they can't help lighten the load. We're gonna call it lighten the load. Stop doing shit for free. I don't know what's wrong with people. We is adults around here, right? So adults typically have bills. Just
ask him to leave.
Ms. Reed says suspect Handspike got angry about being told to move out and grabbed a gun from another woman who was in the apartment. She says the two were not romantically involved.
That's 21-year-old Denisha Smith. That's what's up. That's what's up. Keep it going.
She says Denisha tried to fight back, but Handspike overpowered her.
She was looking out for him till he got on his feet. She thought
she was looking out for him until he got on his feet, but the mama said, well, if you can't help me and I'm trying to help you out, then you need to go ahead on and go. Well, if that's the case, how could he put something on the bills if she was trying to help him get on his feet? Meaning he ain't have no feet, or his legs wasn't working to stand up on his feet. You know, get on your feet. I try to do something cute. But listen, if he ain't had no paper, you're trying to help him get up on his feet. And how long did he stay there before you go to ask them for a few dollars when you took him in to help him get on his feet? I'm just saying.
He was her friend, and he killed her. He murdered, slaughtered, overkilled my child. My child got shot 6-7 times.
Her friend shot her 6-7 times. That means he was real upset. She say that they ain't had no sexual intercoursation and nothing like that. Nope.
This is another case that could have been solved with better conflict resolution. East Point police say suspect Handspike is charged with 1 count of murder. In East Point, Angelique Proctor, Fox 5 News.
I know. Hi, auntie.
Roe was shot and killed.
That's who they that was her partner, her homie, her friend. You know what I'm saying. Shout out to Prophet Made for the $2 cash app. Say salute on preach pastor. The church door is open. Yes, it is. Y'all come on in. We about to pass around that plate. Appreciate y'all for being here. Look. This is her partner who she let moved in. This is his Instagram photo. That's him right there.
By Shelton Handspike. After the two got into an argument at her Lexington apartment on Washington Road Tuesday.
Question, because we all be like, what'd she do? She just told you what she did, because it got into an argument, and then later on she said it should have been better conflict resolution, something that we talk about around here that a whole bunch of y'all lack out here, and he got there street. That's why y'all be waking up dead, because you don't know how to conflict resolute, and you don't know how to hush. I understand that she had to say something because she felt some kind of way that he wasn't putting nothing on the bills or whatever. The person who she was trying to help get on his feet ain't have nothing on the bills. Y'all hear me though?
If I'm struggling for my rent,
if I'm a struggle for my rent, I should not let Well, hold on. Let me take it back. Whoo! She let her partner, her homeboy, move in so he can get on his feet. So the mama is telling us that she couldn't pay her bills, whether he was there or not. Well, she struggled to pay her bills, paycheck to paycheck. She's struggling to pay her bills, but she's looking out for somebody else. Let me tell you something. You really can't help nobody unless you can help yourself. Let's just start there. I understand that y'all with that friend shit and this and this. Let me explain something to you. Friendship is different than businessship. Them bills is business. That you could just lay around and shit, that friend shit. You know what I'm saying?
You see you being here if you're not gonna help me. So she just asked.
He couldn't help is my point.
Him to leave.
Ms. Reed says suspect Handspike got angry about being told to move out and grabbed a gun from another woman who was in the apartment. She says
He grabbed a gun. So the other broad that was in the apartment bought a gun into her apartment, or she just packing iron and shit like that. Let me get that file. Let me do something to her. Or did the person with the gun draw down on him, tell her, get back from around here? You know how we be talking and stuff like that. You got to go. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And he grabbed it from him. And then why did he only shoot her? That means he was only mad at her.
the two were not romantically involved.
That's what the mamas say. They was not romantically involved, or that's what the news people just said. We didn't hear that come out of the mama mouth. I don't believe so. Hold on.
She says Denisha tried to fight back, but Handspike overpowered her.
She was looking out for him till he got on his feet. She thought that he was her friend, and he killed her.
He was her friend until she tried to let him live around there to get on his feet, and then she got tired of him or asked him for a few dollars, and he ain't have it, and then she wanted to put her friend out, which that would make a friend mad. That's what she did. They got her shot 6-7 times.
He murdered, slaughtered, overkilled my child. My child got shot 6-7 times.
And I'm gonna need for y'all to know how many times your loved ones get shot, especially a mother. A mother should know exactly what happened. Because as a mother, as a father, you would want to know exactly. Don't BS me. Let me know. How many times did she get shot? Who shot her? Did she got shot in the front, in the back? A parent will want to know that right now. But we good parents.
This is another case that could have been solved with better conflict resolution.
Yeah, but you know us out here in the goddamn street. Listen, we're going to do what we want to do anytime that we want to do it, and we're going to speak our mind because we do believe that we have the freedom of speech and not have the freedom of repercussions out here in the goddamn street. We can talk slick, we can do all that fly shit right there, and ain't nobody supposed to do nothing to us with our slick mouths. That's the belief that we is under out here in the goddamn street. Moving right along, y'all, let's get into some shootings. Some mass shootings. Something that y'all didn't need much hear about. A lot of y'all didn't. Hell, a lot of people don't even know that there was a Buffalo shooting. But we're not going to go to Buffalo first. That's not what we're going to do. That's too easy. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to California. Y'all probably ain't even know nothing about this right here, huh? Say it's a cold-hearted world. It's showing up. I just think that people is just human. People just want to live, or people is just living. A lot of people think that everybody's supposed to feel the same about living and life, and no. Let me go ahead on the place here. Churchgoers, it say churchgoers hog-ties a man. They hog-tied a man accused of carrying out a mass shooting in California.
To the perpetrator of such heinous acts, our county will work to ensure justice for the victims.
Another mass shooting this weekend, this time just hours away from San Diego.
Y'all do understand, all this shit happened this weekend.
Inside an Orange County church in Laguna Woods. Thank you for joining us. I'm Vanessa Van Hefty. Here's a quick review of what we know. 1 person is dead, 5 are injured. The age of victims ranging from 66 to 92 years old. The gunman was arrested after being captured by the very churchgoers he was shooting at. 2 weapons were recovered at the scene, and the FBI has now joined in this investigation. ABC 10 News reporter Sierra Encinas was there all day and has more details on what happened inside that church today.
The Laguna Woods community is trying to figure out how a lunch after a Sunday service ended with 5 people in the hospital and 1 person dead. Investigators say churchgoers stepped up as heroes to stop the gunman.
They is heroes. They try to say they're on live so they'll fall under that hero status. That's what's up. Say people are human, Pastor, but a whole bunch of them crazy as hell. They ain't afraid to show it. Watch 283 in your 9. I'm trying to tell you something. Be careful. Be careful.
First responders surrounded the Geneva Presbyterian Church in Laguna Woods after a gunman opened fire, killing 1 person and wounding 5.
It breaks my heart that this kind of violence has come to our community.
Right.
Cynthia Connors is a member of the church and left an hour and a half before the violence unfolded.
At the church. Hashtag shout out Dylan Roof. I wonder if they forgave him yet. I don't know.
40 people were inside. Deputies say the shooting could have been worse if heroic churchgoers didn't step in and stop the gunman. Investigators say churchgoers hogtied him with an extension cord until deputies arrived.
That group of churchgoers displayed what we believe is exceptional heroism and bravery in intervening to stop the suspect.
Right.
Deputies say the suspect is an Asian man in his 60s. He's now in custody.
It doesn't make me scared to come back. Maybe just because I have faith, maybe because I think this is a one-off.
Investigators say they're working to find out why the gunman did this.
At this time, we do not know what the suspect's motive may be or whether he had an intended target.
Look, I just want to point y'all to the officer hair. That's a nice hairdo, buddy. It really is.
Or whether this is even
It's smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like it's sharp, just sharp. Sharp is what I'm pointing out. Go ahead.
related incident.
The ATF says the gunman had 2 firearms, both commercial with serial numbers. Connors tells the gunman that the violence he unleashed inside her church was not the answer.
People do these things because they think it's going to accomplish something.
A lot of time it does. Listen, change typically comes after people get killed. Typically. You know what I'm saying? Hey, some things may change, laws or stuff like that right there, and y'all gonna start talking about gun violence and all that, and the sale of guns that need to stop, and
But I don't think it ever accomplishes what they want to accomplish.
it sure enough ain't gonna stop the sale of guns, but go ahead.
There are still a lot more questions than answers right now. While we know the gunman is in custody, we don't know what charges he could be facing. In Laguna Woods, Sierra Encinas, ABC 10 News.
ABC
Sierra,
10
thank
News.
you. And
Listen though. They was at the church. Again, another shooting at a church. Do their prayers of safety don't work? I don't. Because I'm pretty sure that so many believers will preach that message of being safe and being healthy and, you know, stuff like that right there. Is it that the prayers not working? Or can we say that the prayers are not working? Or maybe they're not praying the right prayer? No, we don't want to do that right now. But moving right along, I'm not even much gonna hold you. Hold up. I'm gonna take it to Chicago. Watch what happened this weekend.
Breaking right now. After another chaotic and violent night downtown, a new policy ordered by Mayor Lori Lightfoot goes into effect at Millennium Park in 30 minutes. Anyone under the age of 18 without an adult won't be allowed to enter. It was prompted by scenes like this one. Mobs of young people wreaking havoc around the Loop last night, kicking and throwing things at passing cars. 16-year-old Shondell Holliday was shot and killed during the mayhem, just steps from the Bean. And just about an hour ago, in a rare Sunday news conference, Police Superintendent David Brown addressed the violence and the city's plan to stop it.
He say Willie God got the call line on block. He's sick of people praying. He probably sick of y'all by now.
Team coverage on that violence in the Loop. CBS 2 Sade Gray spoke.
So they have to put a curfew in effect. Shout out to Lori Lightfoot. They say that she do some bad things. A lot of people may think that she do some good things, but it depends on who you is. You know what I'm saying? But they got to put in a curfew because the young folk mixed with the older folk is out there acting ass. But
To family members of the 16-year-old who was killed, but we begin with CBS 2's Sabrina Franza at Chicago Police Headquarters. Sabrina.
Talk to us, Sabrina.
Hi, Dana. As you mentioned, we did just hear from Superintendent Brown, who explains that these young people, they're looking for something to do. They're looking for a place to go. And now
they looking for something to do, looking for a place to go. Say Chicago keep the party going out here in the street. Yeah, they do. This should be like things pop off in Chicago every week, every weekend. Let's not play right.
They can no longer go to Millennium Park because police will have to enforce a new rule pushed by Mayor Lori Lightfoot that they will not be allowed in Millennium Park after 6 p.m. from Thursday until Sunday.
From Thursday to Sunday, your babies can't be at Millennium Park. Nope. Without you, nope. You just can't send them out there without you being around there. You know what I'm saying?
Guys, whoever was in that person shot is disregard over there. If you want that person shot, take it start over to Dearborn and Adams. Let's go. Where these cars? 10-1, Dearborn and Adams.
I want y'all to see that part of that again. Look, watch. They just having a blast out there.
Disregard over there. If you want that person shot, take it start over to Dearborn and Adams. Let's go. Where these cars?
Do y'all understand that we supposed to be like getting our feelings and stuff like that when these little young motherfuckers get shot? We supposed to feel bad for them, right? Right? Is that what we supposed to do?
10-1, Dearborn and Adams.
Say the leaders of the day and tomorrow.
Madness in Millennium Park and throughout the Loop. Police chatter suggests there was not enough officers to tackle this problem, while Superintendent Brown says officers did their job in enforcing the law. Proof of that, 30 arrests last night, 20...
Look at that. Now, what if the person in the car would have rolled down the window and popped 2-3 of them? Well, they ain't have to shoot. They ain't have to do that. They ain't have to kill my baby.
Throughout the Loop, police chatter suggests there was not enough officers to tackle this problem, while Superintendent Brown says officers did their job in enforcing the law. Proof of that, 30 arrests last night, 26 of them minors, 4 adults, including the shooter, a 16-year-old with a ghost gun that police believe...
Shout out to the ghost guns. 26 of them was minors.
Killed 16-year-old Shondell Holiday. The mayhem spilled out of Millennium Park. The superintendent saying that they'll tackle that public space first, though, before continuing to other public spaces like North Avenue Beach, where we saw chaos spill over just a few days ago. We asked how they would...
I think my thing froze.
Before continuing to other public spaces like North Avenue Beach, where we saw chaos spill over just a few days ago. We asked how they would plan on enforcing all of this, and here's what we were told.
Not so restrictive that you can't enjoy your downtown, while at the same time ensuring a level of safety. So I think it's got to be strategic and surgical in the way we do it. And
you say I got an echo? I got an echo right here? Can y'all hear me?
And really, kind of one step at a time instead of this broad, measure that you might have to pull back because it's just too broad and not effective.
Now, Dana, we did press for more details on how this would work, if young people would be ID'd, for example, before trying to enter Millennium Park after 6 p.m. We're told we'll get more details on that in the coming days. Yep. Meanwhile, the ACLU is condemning this move, saying it'll further push the divide between young people of color and the Chicago police. Outside Chicago Police Headquarters, Sabrina Franza.
Oh, so this is about young people of color. You people. Doggy you people. Did y'all just hear what the ACLU just said? Wow, they is putting in a curfew because of the activities that the colored folk was displaying. That's what they say.
Condemning this move, saying it'll people on that in the coming days. Meanwhile, the ACLU is condemning this move, saying it'll further push the divide between young people of color and the Chicago police.
So, The mayor of them, the Chicago police is enforcing the curfew. They tell you that the ACLU, they don't agree with this measure of a curfew because it's going to push a further divide between darker hue people and law enforcement. But I just had done showed you, just like they just had done showed you, this right here. This is what the young folk do. The majority of them is darker hue. The ACLU is worried about the divide, the further divide in the community. Y'all don't think that they is further divided right now? Tearing up somebody's shit?
It was prompted by scenes like this one. Mobs of young people wreaking havoc around the loop last night, kicking and...
We don't care. No. Or are they lying? Is the video lying showing you who this weekend was doing or having a problem out there?
Throwing things at passing cars. 16...
Let me tell y'all something. These little 4-letter groups and all that there, these folks ain't for y'all, man. Oh, and that's a Democratic type of group, right? The ACLU, aren't they Democratic? I have no idea.
That in the coming days.
Somebody educate me.
The ACLU is condemning this move, saying it'll further push the divide between young people of color and the Chicago police. Outside Chicago Police Headquarters, Sabrina Franza.
They don't want y'all to be in the position to where you don't put yourself in the position to get killed or arrested. They don't want the city to help save y'all from getting in trouble. Because that's going to make darker hue folk mad. Or we can't come together because now y'all going to put a curfew and we not going to be able to have fun, which they will call that having fun, destroying other people's shit. When y'all shooting and shit all out there, that's fun. We get to hang out without your parents' representation. At some point, hell, we might have to start blaming or charging us good parents. If we want some stuff to change, we cannot continue to do the same shit. So in my mind, it makes me think that folk don't want stuff to change. Say, I thought the ACLU was a college. That's what's up. Hey, that's what's up. You're not the only one. A lot of people do believe that. You know what I'm saying? He said the ACLU will defend anybody. It just don't make no sense. But then again, it does if they want to keep folks in the same situation to where they can keep them having a job and or a position in the so-called community. Don't worry, moving right along. We got to go to Milwaukee. Some of y'all call it Milwaukee out here in the street. Shout out to Dennis for the $20 cash app. Man, I appreciate the support. Yes, I do. Y'all, listen. We got to get the numbers up. PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. I appreciate that right there. Y'all, we got to go to Milwaukee where another mass shooting. 17 people is injured.
First, we begin with Bruce Harrison, who is live near Water in Juneau. And Bruce,
all of this weekend.
Bruce, you have new details on a curfew that is set to take effect tonight.
Another curfew? Shut up.
Ryan, Milwaukee police are going to be arresting and fining anyone under 21 who's caught in this entertainment district downtown.
That's under 21. That's not under 18. That's under 21. They don't trust none of you. You know what I'm saying?
After 11 p.m. And while the atmosphere this evening is pretty good, folks are out, music's playing. I was here last night covering much of what pushed the city to enforce a curfew. Just after 11 o'clock last night, police responded to this. 17 people shot near Water in Juneau.
This is an experience I will never forget.
How does
ever.
it feel?
Traumatizing.
Police say they arrested 10 people and recovered 10 guns. Everyone shot, police say, is expected to survive.
They arrested 10 people and confiscated 10 guns. That's what's up.
District 1 officers reported hearing bullets whizzing past their heads as they were there.
The shooting happened even though a lot of police were in the area. They'd responded to a separate triple shooting right as the Bucks game ended and a single shooting later. In all, 21 people were shot within 2 hours. And what does that
21 in 2 hours in Milwaukee. Got to be more careful.
say about respect for law enforcement?
I think it goes further than respect for law enforcement. I think it goes
Thank
toward
you.
respect to human life.
Yeah, because for some reason we always have to kind of designate a group and or a person. Like we got to bring people's standards up to where we can disrespect people up under that standard, or we cannot care about people up under that standard, but we put law enforcement up here. Oh my God, they don't even respect the police. I like what the police officer said. No, it ain't about the police. They don't respect nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I think it goes toward.
Yeah.
About 2 hours.
It's not about law
What does that say
enforcement.
about respect for law enforcement?
I think it goes further than respect for law enforcement.
Thank
I
you.
think it goes toward respect to human life.
Police are investigating motive, and the mayor is now imposing a curfew.
I think that anything that we can do to send the message to discourage folks from coming down is a positive thing.
Anyone under 21 will be cited for being in the entertainment district after 11 at night. Last night, we spoke with these girls,
Look here.
ages 16, 14, and just 13.
16, 14, and just 13. Shout out to Lanisha for the $2 super chat. Say, Willie, they want live chat up on the screen. Say, hey, no, well, I've been having a problem putting the live chat on the screen. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me do this. It might turn it off. Let me see. Oh, wait, hold up. We might could do it like this. Hold up. I'm glad that you said something because it just made me try again. Oh, man, because the system be messing up sometime. It ain't me, it's the system. Hey, it ain't me, it's racism. But this look a little bit too small. Can't even read that shit, but hey, we got to deal with what they just gave me. Let me see. All right, man. All right, cool. Hey. We just got to go with this right here. Let me slide this over here for y'all so it can be up there. There we go. We rolling.
We're hanging around one of the shooting scenes. Many other young teens walked around the area late into the night as well. Some had been at the game, others had not.
I just seen a whole lot of children. I'm not used to seeing children on Water Street.
Young people trying to have fun, and others, the city believes, trying to stir up trouble.
It was horrifying. I was thinking about how many kids was outside in the midst of everything that was going on.
The youngest person shot last night, just 15 years old, and the youngest person arrested, just 19. And
why do we keep saying just? Like it's just 12, just 25. No. Damn it, let's just say a 12-year-old shot, 15-year-old shot. Why do we have to say just? Is we just saying, well, they didn't get to live their life? Well, hey, there's a whole bunch of people who don't get to live their life who was that age. So why is it we have to put emphasis on that when we die every day at all ages, every day at all ages, or every other day or something like that right there. Shout out to damn it, I think I said this before, but I couldn't pronounce the name. I'm just gonna go with Rising right now. Thank you, Rising, for the $5 cash app. Say, hey, sugar, please say happy birthday. It was Saturday. Happy birthday to you. Happy belated birthday, as they say out here in these streets. I cannot pronounce their name. Kyra. I think that's how you pronounce it, man. I sure enough appreciate that right there. Y'all, we got it. Damn it. Look.
that fine I mentioned for breaking curfew, pretty steep, $691.
Ooh.
Ryan, back to you.
Ooh. Boy, the city finna come up. The city finna come up out here because y'all gonna be around here hard-headed. I didn't know that we couldn't be out here past 11 o'clock. Listen, So many people is gonna have that excuse. I didn't know. Ain't nobody tell me. And why y'all ain't got no signs up out here, nothing like that right there? I'm trying to tell you, they gonna try their best to get out of them $1,600. Oh, what those? I don't forgot the damn. Don't even worry about it.
Police
I don't forgot the amount.
To this.
Oh, they dumping, ain't it?
17 people shot near water in June.
This is an experience I will never forget.
How does
ever.
it feel?
Traumatizing.
She's traumatized. She's traumatized. And rightfully so to a lot of people who have not been around gunfire and stuff or have been in situations to where you have to run. It's $691. Oh, hell yeah. Listen. Boy, they finna cut into people rent money and everything. You know what I'm saying? So just don't go out there or leave around 10:57. You know what I'm saying? You got to be out the district, out that area, at least by 10:57. You know what I'm saying? Just to make it better for you and your wallet. Shout out to Wolverine Transparency for the $2 super chat. Say, I hope y'all ready. Jesus is coming back. That's
He
what's
said they
up.
arrested 10 people and recovered 10 guns.
Damn.
Everyone shot, police say, is expected to survive.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing that there was no deadly shots or damn it. It's just like a setup. How 17 people get shot and nobody die? I have to think it through. You say 17 people shot equals 17 people who got in the way of bullets. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Y'all got to stop getting in the way of bullets out here in the street. I know. You didn't know that they were going to be shooting that night, but like we say, watch 283 in your 9 all goddamn time, and maybe you will see it coming. Maybe not all the time, at least sometimes. Now, a lot of y'all ain't got no goddamn insurance. Say they act like they made of Teflon some of my dad insurance. Listen, y'all better get folks insurance. Y'all better get folks insurance. Y'all going to grocery stores and shit like that right there. I don't know why y'all going to grocery stores, but y'all going to grocery stores and shit, getting shot by mistake on purpose. Y'all just a lot of y'all just refuse to get insurance. I don't. What is we scared to get insurance? Is we like say no more Milwaukee videos, Willie? Okay, you say they were using BB guns. That's how everybody survived. You might be right too, man. I just don't know. Say insurance and body armor. That's a good combination. That's a really, really, really good combination. Y'all, we got to move on to the main event because I got a whole bunch of videos to show y'all right now because people there had said something and I was like, that's what they say out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to think stuff through when we hear stuff. You know, it is what it is. Hold on. Let me make sure I got that right. Bam, bam, bam. So it's not that one. It's this one. Got that one. Cop that. Hit that. Push that. Share that. Here we go, y'all. Let's go on and get into the main event. Now we is in the Buffalo. The Buffalo mass shooting. Oh, thank you for the $1 cash app. Say sorry, it was for Dana Dane. Shout out to Rising again for sending the cash app out here in these streets. Say happy birthday. Was the belated happy birthday for Dana Dane. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that right there. I really, really do. And I hope that you enjoyed your birthday. That's what's up. Y'all, we had a shooter by the name of, Patreon. Peyton, damn it, what is his name? I just had his name here. Peyton Geraldo. Peyton Gendon. Don't even worry about it. They was out here shooting. Shout out to BBJ for being a member for 3 months. Say, add Wolverine Transparency. Tell Jesus to pull up. I got a blunt and a beer ready. That's what's up. Listen, anybody else would like to join and become a member? It's right up under what you're watching. I do understand if you're on Apple products, you got to go around somewhere to where they got other real computers at to join the machine. Appreciate that. Y'all, let's go on and get into it. Say Peyton Manning. Hell nah. Look at.
This morning, a community in shock in Buffalo, New York.
When I first saw him shooting, he shot a woman, he shot a deacon, he shot another woman, and then he went in the store and started shooting again.
10 people shot dead and 3 more injured after a gunman opened fire at a Tops-friendly supermarket in a predominantly black neighborhood.
Predominantly black neighborhood, and that's why black folk is upset out here in these streets. They say it happened on Saturday around 2:30. 2:30 started busting shots, killing people, and live streaming it on Twitch.
This is the worst nightmare that any community can face.
One's gun secure.
Yep, he shot a deacon too. Yeah.
The suspect, identified as 18-year-old Peyton Gendron, has been arraigned on 1 count of first-degree murder and held without bail.
He was 1 count of first-degree murder. Did they not just say that 10 people, wait. 13 people got shot, but 10 died? They gave him 1 count?
Authorities say he drove there from 200 miles away and live-streamed the attack that is now being investigated as a hate crime.
So it should be so easy to convict on first-degree murder because that was his intentions. They gave him 1 count.
It's pure evil.
I thought you were supposed to give for everybody who got killed, everybody who died, or was shot and or killed. He's supposed to have 13 first-degree, 10 first-degree murders and 3 first-degree attempted murders.
It was straight up racially motivated hate crimes from somebody outside of our community.
Yep.
Police say around 2:30 Saturday afternoon, the suspect wearing body armor and a tactical helmet first fired at 4 people in the parking lot, killing 3.
We're going to need some officers inside the Tops because we have numerous bodies.
The shooter then entered the grocery store, shooting 9 others, including a retired Buffalo police officer who confronted him. The guard fired multiple shots that hit the suspect, but that didn't stop him. He was wearing protective tactical gear. A heavily armed gunman fatally shooting the guard moments later.
I still don't even believe it happened, actually, that a person would go into a supermarket full of people.
Police arriving at the chaotic scene, taking the alleged shooter into custody.
There were people showing up, asking about their loved ones.
Among the victims, 4 of them store employees.
My granddaughter works here. She heard the shooting, so she took herself and ran in the bathroom and locked the door. I frequent this store all the time. I've never been afraid to be here. I am now. This is something that I watch on the news that happens in other places.
A witness describes the motionless bodies on the ground.
I saw the police cover her, and then they cover somebody that was behind her. And I realized at the time that those were dead bodies.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul calling attention to reports the suspect had
Say Ben Crump is on the case already. Absolutely correct.
a camera and was live streaming the shooting, condemning social media platforms that she said were out censoring hateful and violent content.
I'm asking them to take responsibility for monitoring the hate speech and the calculated plans that are right there in plain view.
Do y'all understand when they say that hate speech needs to be monitored? Do y'all even know what hate means? Like, okay, definition. Hate, feel intense or passionate dislike for someone. What does that even mean? Feeling intense. Or it's dislike for someone. Passionate, like really, I really like hate them. Or look, like I really dislike them. That's hate. And hate speech is a whole bunch of shit the way you just speak out that you don't like a person and or people and or a group. You say things that people would not say out loud. Can we just be honest? You wouldn't say things that people say out loud in the public. You know, That's considered hate speech. Do y'all understand? It is kind of like, it's kind of like telling a transgender woman that you can't be a woman. A man can't be a woman. You do know that that's hate speech. That can fall under hate speech. Just want y'all to understand. And she wants it to be censored and or caught and taken down and all that stuff. Just a difference of opinion can fall under hate speech.
Help work with us with your responsibility as the individuals who profit from these platforms.
The NAACP.
Oh, so if they didn't profit from the platforms, it really wouldn't be like a problem about the hate speech. We always talk about people money when it come down to stuff like that right there. I don't know. As if it's going to make it, oh my God, they're getting paid from it. Yeah, they should do something about it. Shout out to John for the $6 cash out. Say a little donation for the nation. I appreciate that right there.
ACP making a statement saying hate and racism have no place in America.
I can't stand when people make them statements, and that's another letter group right there. Let me bag it up in case you missed it.
Work with us with your responsibility as the individuals who profit from these platforms.
The NAACP making a statement saying hate and racism have no place in America.
What does that mean? Ask yourself, when people talk like that right now, hate and racism has no place in America. I just told you what hate means. Feel intense or passionate dislike for someone. We hate the people that we with then, right? We hate the people that we break up with. Right. Because you have a passionate dislike. You let somebody break up with you. Somebody who you felt like has used you. You let a job fire you. I hate them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? What's we talking about? Yeah, America was built on it. Hate and racism have no place in America. It actually does. You cannot stop people from feeling how they feel. You could change a few minds here and there, but people is going to hate. And people is going to be racist. People is going to be prejudiced. You can't stop that. Because a lot of people that you deal with, they might be prejudiced. But we all have a prejudice about us towards other people and towards people's behaviors and things of that nature. But we talk like that to where we can we can feel better. Oh, I said something and it was on a national platform, and it don't change shit. I don't understand. Say hate and racism made America. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? If we got rid of hate and racism, what would America be without hate and racism? It'll probably be boring. I don't know. Maybe we need a little bit of hate and dislike or prejudice and or some racism to make like you wouldn't really have nothing to fight for, I guess. You know, because people spend like their whole lives fighting for the end of racism and the end of hate. Both of those which you would never get rid of. But we'll keep fighting it. It's just the people who hate and the racist people, they would just continue to do their best to not show you that they hate and are racist towards you. This shit is simple. But when you tell people that, they make it deeper than what it is. It makes no sense to me, but here we go with another.
Area around the store claims that he met the shooter as he was exiting the supermarket the day before the shooting, and that Peyton Gendron told him he was traveling the country but would be back tomorrow. And that witness says he was also there when the suspect returned, and as the shooting unfolded, he thought at first someone was shooting a movie.
This is 18-year-old Peyton Gendron making...
They got him They got him wrapped up with paper towels and shit. Look.
His first court appearance.
Shout out to KD for the $5 super chat. Say somebody else knew about these plans. 180-page manifesto drove 300 miles. Say sound premeditated. Where his mama and daddy?
Facing multiple murder charges. Gendron surrendered to authorities.
Oh, so now he's facing multiple murder charges, supposed to just one first-degree murder charge. Okay.
Authorities moments after committing the deadly massacre at this top supermarket in Buffalo.
Oh, so they shoot movies in Buffalo. So that's probably why Buddy said, I thought that they were shooting a movie.
Event was committed by a sick, demented individual who's fueled a daily diet of hate.
Was he really sick and demented? Or he just didn't like people? I don't. We use these words, you know what I'm saying? Which, we supposed to use words, but the things that we say about people, what if he just a regular Joe that just didn't like dog you people? And he wanted to see them taken off earth, or he wanted to do harm. Why does your mind have to be sick if you think this way?
At 2:30 Saturday afternoon, the 18-year-old from Conklin, New York, pulled up to the store and began firing on customers and employees. Investigators say Gendron had scouted out the layout of the store in advance. Dressed in tactical camo, armed with an AR-15 rifle with an illegally extended magazine, he shot 4 people outside the store, killing 3. An armed security guard shot Gendron, but his bullets were deflected by body armor, and Gendron then killed the guard and went inside the store, working his way front to back while live streaming the assault on Twitch.
The evidence that we have uncovered so far makes no mistake that this is an absolute racist hate crime. It will be prosecuted as a hate crime.
Oh, it's a racist hate crime. Do y'all know that we don't have a federal hate crime bill for black folks? You know, an anti-black crime bill has not passed. Do you know that I think everybody else got a hate crime bill? Our Asian brothers and sisters got a hate crime bill. Our LGBT brothers and sisters got a hate crime bill. Y'all understand that dog you folk, with all these so-called police killings, all of these attacks and the Dylan Roof attack and shit, that guess who should have, or it would have been more expected for our president Barack Obama to at least pass a hate crime bill for dog you folks, since he wasn't gonna do nothing else, since he didn't do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? But you would have kind of said, well, damn, pimp, you ain't gonna, nah, the hate crime, nothing. Which, let me point this here out to y'all. Does a hate crime bill stop people from shooting people? Really? Like really? Well, over 500, y'all. Well, 500. Can we get over 500 thumbs up? I need you. Or the PayPal, or the Cash App, or the Super Chat. I appreciate it all. But listen, we don't have a hate crime bill for dog you folk. People feel better when you say it was a hate crime. It was a hate crime. It was a hate crime. It don't change the fact that they just shot some shit up. It don't change the fact that they're going to do it again. And it's going to fall under hate crime. So what?
Makes no mistake that this is an absolute racist hate crime. It will be prosecuted as a hate.
Racist hate crime. And we adults be using words wrong, but go ahead.
This is someone who has hate in their heart, soul, and mind.
And the suspect's motive appears.
How do you know he have hate in his heart, soul, and mind? We play too much. It's just words. You say enough is enough. It's time. Say, Willie, I got that. You say I got the Baltimore joint full video. Say I'm heated. Oh, I got it too. I can't play it here though. Oh no, I can't play it here. We ain't doing that. I'm gonna get my whole channel taken out. You know what I'm saying? Say shout out to my 2 babies, Roaches and me, for the $5 super chat. Say we won't retaliate though. We only retaliate against people who look like us. Just ask George Zimmerman. Uh-oh. You done said something now. Shout out to Miss Shuney for the $5 cash. I say for the tithes. I appreciate that right there.
It's quite clear. Investigators say he spent months planning the attack. A sprawling 180-page manifesto was published to Google Docs days before the attack, detailing step-by-step plans while shedding light on the gunman's twisted ideology.
180-page manifesto, and I refuse to read 180 pages of him saying what he don't like. That we ain't doing that. But I have a few things that the news had them put up and all that fly stuff right there. But racist. A prejudice against, or an anti, or a antagonistic, big word I hear in these streets, antagonistic towards a person or people on the basis of their membership in a particular racial or ethnic group, typically one that is a minority or marginalized. Yeah. It just go back to a dislike. It's just simple, man. I don't, but it's racist. Hey, man. But you should have the right to be racist. That's why you'll never get rid of it, because it's part of the human makeup. I think it's something fly like that right there. Shout out to BBJ for the $5 super chat. Say these bills are worth the paper we wipe our tails on. Say a paper trail is no good unless it leads back that policy. Laugh out loud. Days before, save the trees. I'm trying to tell you. Shout out to Deacon, bro, Emmett for the $2 super chat. Say the bill is passed. Bill is passed. Wait, damn it, am I looking at the wrong thing? If I couldn't see the if up here. Say if a bill is passed, is it retroactive? I have no idea. It probably should be, but I don't see what makes it so. Okay, if we pass a law, now what? And people still gonna commit the hate crimes. Having a hate crime bill does not stop people from killing.
The FBI is scouring the suspect's residence 200 miles southeast of Buffalo. New York doesn't have the death penalty, so he's facing life in prison. New York's governor is calling on leaders to choose human lives over guns.
We will be known perhaps temporarily as the place of the Buffalo shooting, but I want our place in history to be the place of the last mass shooting in this country.
You ain't gonna get that, baby. Listen.
New York's governor is calling on leaders to choose human lives over guns.
We will be known perhaps temporarily as the place of the Buffalo shooting.
She said perhaps temporarily as the Buffalo shooting, but we would like it to be the last American shooting. Baby, it's going to continue to be the Buffalo shooting, just like we talk about Charleston, North Carolina. Was it North Carolina or South Carolina with Dylan Roof? It don't matter, baby. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and it's going to continue to be is what it is. Let's go and hear from the player who say that he had a damn it, I was supposed to change that right there from you. But damn it, since I got to keep going through all this here. A man who the DocuHue player who was talking inside the other video said that he had a long conversation with the shooter.
And right now, we want to go back to the scene of the crime.
News 4's Tara Lynch has been at the scene all afternoon and all evening. She can bring us an update now. Tara?
There's an update, baby. Come on. We can't hear you.
But I've been telling you one story since we first came on the air, and it was about this man here, Grady Lewis. You were in that Tops earlier this afternoon. We're going to get to that story. But you told me just a few moments ago that you actually spoke with the suspect yesterday. He was here. Tell me more about that.
I seen him, and he looked strange in the neighborhood. Anybody had a Genius shirt on. So I wanted to see if he was a genius, and we sat and talked about string theory, critical race theory, beginning of civilization, and And he seemed like he was a genius, actually. He said he came up.
He called him a genius. It seemed like he's a genius.
Just to see the countryside, and he was going to go out camping. He bought a big thing, a jug of water. He had a little nervous twitch to him. I bought him something to drink, and we sat and talked for about an hour and 45 minutes after seeing the pictures and seeing the blue car that I seen he got into yesterday. So it's a shock right now, and he told me his name was Peyton. So it's a shock.
And we did see a blue car get taken away from this scene just about a half hour or so ago. And you were saying that you were speaking with him on a bench that's located outside of this Tops.
Yes.
That's the bench that earlier today, when I first got here, you were the first person I spoke to, you were telling me that bench is your office.
Yes.
And you usually like to stop and sit there and talk
Yes.
to people that are passing by. Today you didn't stop.
Yes.
So walk me through your afternoon here at the Tops.
Normally he stops at his office. The bench is his office in front of the store, but just so happened that day he didn't stop. That's what's up.
Well, I went in there and got me some a juice, and I didn't want to sit there today, so I walked across the street and I opened up my juice, and as I opened up my juice, I heard what I knew wasn't a firecracker. And I looked up and I seen a guy shooting people. Then I seen a security guard run inside, and then I seen him going after him shooting. And I saw him come back out, and he had all camouflage on, and glasses and helmet, and then he put the gun to his head and he dropped it. He took off his gloves, he took off his gun, he put it down, he took off his vest, and then he got on his knees and laid down and put his hands behind his back, and they arrested him at that point.
And the other thing I wanted to talk to you about, you were telling me about the security guard, the former Buffalo police officer who has tragically died in this incident. You were telling me today he told you no lingering around the store, we gotta keep it clear.
Yes.
You credited that man with saving your life.
Yes, I heard him say to someone, there's no lingering around the store.
No lingering around the store. That's what the ex-police officer, which was the security guard, which was the one who got killed, told him it ain't no lingering. Say, why is it being ran as a mass shooting instead of a direct attack on our race? Well, because mass shootings is 3 or more killed at the same time. So it's a correct term that they're using by definition. You know what I'm saying? But I saw what the Shade Room, was it the Shade Room? They cut out a portion of his video when he had the gun and he pointed it, and there was a white player down on the ground, and he say sorry. And they didn't shoot, but he kept going. They put up that, when he noticed that it was a white man, he said sorry and kept going. I say, boy, y'all got to be careful how people try to push y'all goddamn buttons out here, because if you did not see the whole video, the first person he shot was white. Correct me if I'm wrong.
So, me knowing that he was a Buffalo police officer, I never really wanted to give him an opportunity to say anything to me. So, when I do go, I shop and I leave. And that's the reason why I left. Because I heard him tell people that a couple times. So, you don't ever really got to tell me something 4 or 5 times for me to understand. And from what I heard, he went back and he shot at him when he went in the store. So, yeah, but if he wasn't there, I would have been sitting there. So I'm definitely thankful that I heard him say that. Yeah.
I think somebody need to have a long talk with him. The feds need to have a conversation with you, playboy.
I'm
God.
definitely thankful to Mr. Salters. Yes, definitely.
Well, Mr. Lewis, thank you so much for joining me here tonight and for telling me your story earlier today. I appreciate it. This entire community here is mourning this tragic loss. There's a memorial set up down Landon Street here. A truly challenging, difficult, sad, heartbreaking day here in the city of Buffalo. For now, live on Jefferson and Landon, Tara Lynch, News 4.
And Tara, that was pretty remarkable what that man said. I'm sure authorities will want to talk to him. He said he sat for an hour and 45 minutes yesterday talking to the young man who is the suspect in this case, he also saw the end of the shooting today when the suspect who had the gun up.
He said, no, that was a light-skinned black lady. There was also a white guy inside the store too. But I do understand by people saying, hell, the majority of people that he did shoot was black. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out something. Because one thing that you notice, what the news has not done, broke down the race. The rules, the news have not broke down the race, or I haven't saw the news break down the race of the people who got killed and or shot. Now, why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? I'm just saying, they're playing with your emotions, even though the majority and what he said in his manifesto was Payton states in the document that his goals are to kill as many blacks as possible, avoid dying, and spread ideas. That's what he said. Say 11 blacks and 2 whites. Say, why are you lying? Who, me? Say all 10 dead are black. Say we saw the pictures here in South Carolina. What I'm trying to tell you is everybody who got shot was not black. Or is it just my eyesight that's like, oh my God, like I can't see the difference in colors or something like that right there. I didn't say his mission was not to kill as many blacks as possible. He even wrote it. So, all I'm saying is, from what I saw in the video, I have the video also, everybody won black. But, correct me if I'm wrong. He say, his manifesto writes, he's considered taking his own life, but then he began planning a mass shooting. The manifesto has a numbing amount of details of various equipment that he purchased, including his gear, writing in the style of online shopping reviews, and shows how he modified his rifles to make them easy, to make them even deadlier. By me watching the video, I don't see anything different that he did to the weapon. For how he was shooting the weapon, it's the same as you would regularly shoot a weapon, even though it could be modified, or it was modified. I didn't see any difference in that, but hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You say Willie, the boy gun had the N-word written on it. Say he shot a white boy and told him sorry. That's not what. No. He was down protecting. Now I don't know if he was shot, the white dude, and then said sorry. I don't know about that right there. But I know everybody wasn't black, according to my eyesight. Now, if I'm shown something different, you can show me something else on the video, then hey, all right, cool. I ain't tripping. Hell, if it was all black, I still ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Got to watch 231609 out here in the goddamn screen. I will continue to tell y'all that. Oh, but they were comfortable. Everyone is so goddamn comfortable. Yep, in your own community, you're supposed to be comfortable, right? For some reason, we keep dying in our own damn community. So you should always be uncomfortable. But when you tell people that, no, Willie, you're taking it too far. All right. Okay. I can't wait until I hear people saying we forgive him. And we gonna pray about it.
Anger, shock, and sadness in Buffalo tonight as people mourn the 10 victims of what police are calling a racist murder rampage at a grocery store. Tonight, the accused gunman is being held in isolation and is on suicide watch as people mourn their loved ones who who were targeted because of the color of their skin. KPRC2's Brendan Walker traveled to Buffalo to bring us the story of this community now dealing with this incredible loss. He is live near that market tonight with the very latest. Brandon?
What they got going on?
Sunday evening, 2UC on from the intersection of Jefferson and Riley here in Northeast Buffalo. We've talked to community members all day here, and they tell us for years they've considered the Tops Friendly Market to be their neighborhood grocery store, one of only a few in this part of town. As you mentioned, 10 people killed, another 3 people shot, and tonight we are learning more about the investigation.
You say, I seen the video, but first shots went to white woman who was walking toward his car as he was getting out. That's the white woman that I'm talking about. But they say it was a light-skinned woman. Okay. I'm not going to argue. I kind of know what I saw. I put it on the big screen and opened it up. I'm like, oh, that's a white woman. That's what's up. Shout out to Via Maniz for the $4 super chat. You say, man, where was his good mama at? And why wasn't anyone checking that 12-3-6-8-9 in that month? I'm trying to tell you. Listen, I do understand that a lot of things happen quick. I do understand that right there. That's why you got to always be on point. You're not going to always win, but at least try to win the majority of the time.
Into the accused gunman. Much more on that in a bit, but our coverage tonight from Buffalo begins with a look at a few of the community members who lost their lives. You didn't have to know Pearl Young to know women just like her. She was the kind of hero you're likely to find in communities all across the country. Loved ones on social media remembering the 77-year-old Sunday as the neighborhood mom, the sweetest person. They say Pearl opened her heart and home to those who needed a hot meal, encouragement, kindness. In fact, for decades, she ran a food pantry in Buffalo. Those grieving are honoring her as the most beautiful soul who loved her church, God, and family. Pearl Young was the wife of a pastor, a mom, a beloved grandma, and auntie. Her family saying Sunday, Pearl and others, gone much too soon in this tragedy, will never be forgotten.
It was just so beautiful inside and out, because good always overshadows evil. And to the people in the Buffalo community, we extend our condolences to all of the families that lost their loved ones.
Buffalo's mayor Sunday confirmed 86-year-old Ruth Whitfield is the mother of the city's retired fire commissioner. Local media report Whitfield was the mother of 4. We also learned Sunday Aaron Salter was a veteran of the city's police force. Salter worked as a security guard, protecting customers from Gentron's bullets, losing his life doing so.
Shout out to Christopher for the $1 cash out. Say it's Smooth the Bayou Babe. Say he need his ass whoop out here. There it is.
And witnesses described hearing 20 or more bullets on Saturday. Meantime, the suspected shooter, 18-year-old Peyton Gentron, is in jail tonight, and we're learning that this isn't his first run-in with the law. In fact, in June, New York State Police say that he made a threatening statement about shooting at his high school, Susquehanna Valley. School officials alerted police, which resulted in a mental health evaluation. Authorities say he was released shortly after. Now, less than a year later, he's accused of killing 10, injuring another 3. Investigators say he drove over 3 hours to carry out this attack here in Buffalo. He reportedly posted a manifesto online 2 days before this shooting in which he referred to himself as a white supremacist and was targeting a predominantly black area.
We have evidence that he was here, that he was doing some reconnaissance on this place, that he was at the location and some other locations. The evidence we have right now, we do not believe it was a spur of the moment.
Yeah, that point about this not being random, about it possibly being planned, is felt by members of this community. They've come and gone all day, crippled by the hate they say stole lives. As night fell in Buffalo, prayers lifted hope that the
prayers lifted hope. There we go.
Pain will pass.
It's my plan to go visit each and every family that has lost somebody.
Healing will take time, says New York Assemblywoman Crystal Peoples-Stokes, majority leader of the New York State Assembly. Peoples-Stokes hugged in the street next to the grocery store in her neighborhood. She's sad, also angry.
People would travel from their own community, where they're safe at, to mine, to come and hurt people in such a horrific way.
Chelsea Williams works at a nearby hospital, said she had to come see for herself.
He came to a grocery store. This could have been any store.
But it was the Tops at Jefferson and Riley, likely intentional stress officials because of the neighborhood's majority black composition.
The slogan around here is like Buffalo's a city of good neighbors. And so to see something like this happen here in this community, it's just surreal for me. And I never thought I would see something like that around here. You see it at other places around the country.
Say first it was 2 hours, now it's 3 hours. Now he comes the paid now here comes the paid activist.
Lewis brought a bouquet of flowers to one of many memorials. Lewis's grief deepened by her thoughts. She says her son called her Saturday, asking,
"Can we get the lights up over 500? We almost out of here. I'm not gonna hold you that much longer. I'm gonna let you go back to work. God damn, can we get over 500 lights?"
if she knew what had happened at their neighborhood grocery store.
I broke down crying. I said, I was on my way there. But I kept procrastinating at home. So I believe my life was spared.
Sadness grips the block, the city. Anger has a place here too, said Tony Arrington.
It becomes tiring. I have little brothers, I have little sisters, and it's scary to even go out to the grocery store to provide meals for my family because I'm scared of what can happen.
Lots of community members here on...
Let me back that up just a little bit.
But I kept procrastinating at home. So I believe my life was spared.
Sadness grips the block, the city. Anger has a place here too, said Tony Arrington.
It becomes tiring. I have little brothers, I have little sisters, and it's scary to even go out to the grocery store to provide meals for my family because I'm scared of what can happen.
Lots of community members here.
We play too much. I understand the frustration. I get it. But when we say certain things, I just be like, so this happened in the grocery store. All right, cool. It happened at Tops. That's what's up. So the fear is at Tops. You're afraid to buy grocery. All right, cool. So the shootings that happen throughout the streets and the different apartments and all of that stuff right there, we not afraid to go on them streets? Are we afraid to go down that block here or go over here to Auntie house because the person next door house got shot up or something like that right there? Is we doing that? I just think we just be going.
On the streets echoing that last point. Meantime, lawmakers zeroing in on the gun the gunman is accused of using. New York's governor tonight confirming that the AR-15 was legally purchased here in the state of New York, but she says the clip was illegally purchased. So,
oh wow, so now we're going to jump on the clip stuff, but go ahead.
Their investigation is looking into that as well. We've also learned that on Tuesday, President Joe Biden as well as First Lady Dr. Jill Biden are scheduled to visit here in Buffalo. Tuesday, Sion, also happens to be the day the gunman is expected to appear in court again, so lots of developments expected on Tuesday. Lots of other questions are expected to be answered about this investigation beginning first thing tomorrow morning, too. In the meantime, let's send things back to you.
And we say, man, everybody got an AR-15. It seems like, that's why you better get you some. I'm trying to tell you, Wait, listen. So many people feel great after a tragedy when they say that the president is coming to your town, as if, which is listen. We've been so trained though. We've been so trained when things happen and your president come around, you feel better about in the community because you get to say, Mr. President, we're hurt. We need laws change and things of this nature, and you just feel great, and then you go about your day. That's why I be saying I don't pretend to care, because a whole bunch of us be pretending to care. We full of it.
He referred to himself as a white supremacist and was targeting a predominantly black area.
We have evidence that he was here, that he was doing some reconnaissance on this place, that he was at the location and some other locations.
That's a great one. Why is she screaming, Uncle Willie? Would she scream like that if it was a black brother or a sister did it, or or do it sometimes somewhere else in the community to other black folk. Shout out to Vietnamese for the $4.99 super chat. Say that was a baby in the upscale community. Man, everybody knocking off. Everybody say something ain't right. I'm trying to tell you something, man. There's a lot of y'all's violence
we have right
going on
now.
out here.
We do not believe it was a spur of the moment.
Yeah, that point about this not being random, about it possibly being planned, is felt by members of.
Say the president was in Philly, and I didn't even know. I'm trying to tell you something. Who really cares that, especially after a tragedy or something like that? Who don't care?
This community, they've come and gone all day, crippled by the hate they say stole lives. As night fell in Buffalo, prayers.
I can't wait for y'all to say we're gonna put it in the Lord's hand. I'm trying to tell you, I'm through. I'm through with dog you folk when it come down to a tragedy. We put it in the Lord's hand. We're gonna continue to pray. That's right, girl. Give it to the Lord. It's out my hands, baby. I can't do nothing. What the fuck? Why would I sit up here angry and mad and all that stuff, and you just gave it to the Lord? Why?
Lifted hope.
Because remember, after Dylan Roof, the school shooting, they prayed and all that fly shit right there too. Do y'all know tragedy after 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 tragedy been happening ever since Dylan Roof? And we've been praying for safety and shit, right? Yeah.
The pain will pass.
It's my plan to go visit each and every family that has lost somebody.
Healing will take time.
Okay, and what does that? So, listen, because there are some people that were sitting back watching the news, and she said, it's my plan to go visit each and everybody because it's happened in my community. Okay, you going to visit everybody. So, there's somebody that done said so. What does that mean? My folk dead. Baby, I don't think people really understand when I be like, yeah, I don't pretend to care, and other people, we don't care, we play too much. And other people, they really don't care. They just be pretending. You know what I'm saying?
Says New York Assemblywoman Crystal Peoples-Stokes, majority leader of the New York State Assembly.
Majority leader, all that shit. Listen, shout out to Lundy for the $1 cash out. Say white people want blacks to be afraid of them again. I don't think so. See, because it's a different time. I really don't think that they would want. Hell, did black folks ever stop being afraid of white folk as a whole? I would say no. Just pay attention to the way people speak to darker you and lighter you. Our lighter hue brothers and sisters is more respected than our darker hue brothers and sisters. And that respect comes from us. So I think that there is still a fear there because we believe that they're going to do something. You do something to them, they going to do something. That's how a whole bunch of black folk feel. They going to take it there. And a lot of times we ain't ready to take it there. You know what I'm saying? Say, Willie, your advice sets self-preservation to to me. People needs to take your advice to stay alive. I'm trying to tell you, listen, when you die, once we die, we dead. I don't think people really understand that. Once you die, and listen, typically when you die, people forget about you. And I mean forget about you in the way like you're not thought about every day or every week or every month. You might get thought about on your birthday or your so-called birthday or holidays when people sitting back drinking, smoking, barbecuing or some shit, just laying around talking about you, but you're not remembered like that. We be lying to each other. I'm trying to tell you.
Stokes hugged in the street next to the grocery store in her neighborhood. She's sad, also angry.
People would travel from their own community where they're safe at to mine to come and hurt people.
Listen. I understand what you're saying. But sometimes we got to think about it on the opposite end. Come on, y'all. We got 490 people. Y'all, I'm about to get on up out of here anyway. Can we get up? Can we get to 500? Come on, man. Please.
Leader of the New York State Assembly.
Listen.
People Stokes hugged in the street next to the grocery store in her neighborhood. She's sad, also angry.
People would travel from their own community where they're safe at to mine to come and hurt people.
People will come out of their own community where they're safe at to come to mine to hurt people. I understand. It's being said. Do we be this mad when the people in our own neighborhood do shit though? I don't know. I've never seen her or the people that's in Buffalo. I'm just saying, we don't have the same outrage and rage. We don't. When it's people in our own community. I'm not trying to turn it back into black on black crime, but you can't get me to believe that you is more hurt You can't get me to believe that you even care about your community when you only show your disdain and your anger when it's a lighter hue doing the killing. You damn near don't get on television when it's black on black. I'm surprised Black Lives Matter ain't show up for this one yet.
In such a horrific way.
Chelsea Williams works at a nearby hospital, said she had to come see for herself.
He came to a grocery store. This could have been any store.
But
they're in the background praying and shit, but go ahead.
Was the tops at Jefferson and Riley likely intentional stress officials because of the neighborhood's majority black composition?
The slogan around here is like Buffalo's a city of good neighbors. And so to see something like this happen and here in this community, it's just surreal for me. And I never thought I would see something like that around here. You see it at other places around the country.
Lanice Lewis brought a bouquet of flowers to one of many memorials. Lewis's grief.
And I still don't understand, why do we do the memorial thing? Which I get it because we watch other people do it and then we just say it's a good thing to do when I don't.
Deepened by her thoughts, she says her son called her Saturday, asking if she knew what had happened at their neighborhood grocery store.
I broke down crying. I said, I was on my way there, but I kept procrastinating at home.
Somebody said earlier, her procrastination kept her alive.
So I believe.
Give yourselves a thumbs up. Y'all, we got over 500. I appreciate that right there, because we about to go on and get on up out of here. Thank you.
My life was spared.
Sadness grips the block, the city. Anger has a place here too, said Tony Arrington.
It becomes tiring. I have little brothers, I have little sisters, and it's scary to even go out to the grocery store to provide meals for my family because I'm scared of what can happen.
So you should be scared every time you walk outside, baby, because I do believe in Buffalo, in y'all's community, they killing. I could be wrong, but you should be afraid to go outside. The same way now that you saying that you is afraid to go inside the grocery store. You should be afraid to come out your home because of how people is killing, right? Say, is that Tiffany Radish? Wow. But listen, you should be, right?
She says her son called her Saturday, asking if she knew what had happened at their neighborhood grocery store.
I broke down crying. I said, I was on my way there, but I kept procrastinating at home. So I believe my life was spared.
Sadness grips the block, the city. Anger has a place here too, said Tony Arrington.
It becomes tiring. I have little brothers, I have little sisters, and it's scary to even go out to the grocery store to provide meals for my family because I'm scared of what can happen.
Lots of community members here on the streets echoing that last point. Meantime, lawmakers zeroing in on the gun the gunman is accused of using. New York's governor tonight confirming that the AR-15 was legally purchased here in the state of New York, but she says the clip was illegally purchased. So their investigation is looking into that as well. We've also learned that on Tuesday, President Joe Biden as well as First Lady Dr. Jill Biden are scheduled to visit here in Buffalo. Tuesday, Sion, also happens to be the day the gunman is expected to appear in court again. So lots of developments expected on Tuesday. Lots of other questions are expected to be answered about this investigation beginning first thing.
Say, Willie, people need to stop lying and faking and giving false hope, because we will never stop violence. You absolutely correct. I have no idea why they won't come out and say that. Well, hell, actually, I do have an idea why they won't come out and say it, because then they can't sell it to people no more. You got to sell that fear and keep that fear. We got to give you hope so you don't change nothing. You know what I'm saying? You just keep believing that shit gonna change, and every day, every week, every month, every year, you gonna see a whole bunch of people get killed. Same shit you seen the year before and the year before and the year before. The same shit. It's gonna keep happening because we human. So it's gonna keep happening. Shout out to Lundy for the $1 cash app. Say I saw more black killings before I was 10 in NOLA. Woo! Woo! You know, when I say something similar to that to a lot of people be like, "Oh my God, really? That's what's up." And I be like, "Yeah, I thought it was normal shit." You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen some killing out here in the goddamn street. And the majority of it, hell, I don't think I ever seen a white killing. I don't think I ever seen a white person kill a black person. Hell, let alone another white person. Yep. I've seen the white on white crime. Yep. I sure enough have. Now that I'm thinking about it, yes I have. My bad, I was about to tell a fib. Don't let me do that right there. But I've never seen, I didn't come up seeing the white on black murders and shit like that. No. It was just majority of black on black. But hey, different folks, different strokes for different folks, something like that right there. The only thing I can tell y'all here, watch 23-6 in your 9 and don't let these people fool y'all as if they really care. When they give y'all this federal hate crime bill, I'm gonna promise you this. When they give y'all that right there, we gonna always infuse that into the stories. From the time that they pass that bill, we're gonna be like, oh, well, you know, they passed the bill, but they still committing the hate crime, right? Just to continue to show you, passing the bill like that does not prevent people from shooting you. And then you got to ask yourself this: shouldn't the majority of criminal murders, criminal killings, shouldn't the majority of criminal killings automatically fall under a hate crime? Nah. Oh yeah, because people do kill out of love. You're absolutely correct. So. Listen, we're finna go on to get on up out of here. This has been the Midday News. I appreciate y'all for joining the player. Had to bring y'all what I had done synced on out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Because I see that a lot of people was upset and depressed and all that fly stuff right there. But in 5 days of me doing shows and shit like that with the Midday and the nightly news out here in the street, and I show all these goddamn killings. I show all these deaths every week. We ain't that mad. Keep doing what y'all doing. Enjoy your life. Remember, you better come before everybody. And I mean everybody. Y'all, please remember, go around to the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Subscribe. I really do appreciate that. If you'd like to see what we call the event video, please go around to the Patreon, the Willie Williams Show. Thank y'all for looking, sharing, and liking. Again, a thumbs up over 500. Appreciate that. Thank y'all for the PayPal, the Cash App, Super Chat. Remember, if you can't put your eyes on the Midday News Show, you can always go around to the thing that we call the podcast, and that is on Anchor and Spotify. Follow me. Follow a player on IG and Twitter. You never know when shit gonna go south out here in these streets. And subscribe to all my channels out here on YouTube. I appreciate that right there. Follow me on IG and Twitter at This say, Willie, you show all these deaths, but not one from a STD. We doing great. We doing what we supposed to do with the STDs. You pick them up on Fridays, you drop them off on Saturday. That's what's up. I ain't on the screen. Listen, follow me on IG and Twitter at the WW Show. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna see y'all at 8 o'clock for the nightly news out here in these streets. Y'all have a good one. Watch your back. I'm gone.